Hello. Mario Kart Wii still ongoing because we have another mode to look at. We have the battle mode. I was considering putting footage of Mario Kart 8's battle mode here just to show how badly I think they fucked it up. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show the Wii one. So, we have two modes to pick from here, Balloon Battle and Coin Wars. One thing that does annoy a lot of people with this battle mode is that you cannot pick a free-for-all option. Personally, I would never really play free-for-all because, number one, these are based upon points. And number two, I just don't like free-for-all battle mode that much, usually. So, I would rather it was in teams. But that's just me, and I know it annoys a lot of people, so I'm going to mention that it's not got that sort of stuff. Anyway, the first mode we're going to do is Coin Runners because it's my least favourite, and you're going to see I'm quite bad at it as well, to be honest. These are the new tracks. These are the new arenas. There you go, arenas. How about that? Battle mode with arenas. Mario Kart 8. Fix yourself. Seriously, if the later Mario Kart games continue the trend of F3 only using the tracks for this stuff, then Baby Park has to come back in every single bloody game. Because Baby Park's the only one I can see working for battle mode. Anyway, Coin Runners. The objective here is to have your team pick up the most coins. It is that simple. Here is the big problem with doing this single player, in my opinion. You have to rely upon your teammates to be half decent as well, in my opinion. And you yourself have to be half decent. I don't think I'm that half decent at these things. I don't play the battle mode nearly as much as the races, but I did still play the battle mode. I'm going to point that out. This may have gotten less playtime than the actual race tracks and the race mode, but it still got playtime because it deserved playtime. It was fun to play. But battle mode is a lot more fun if you've actually got teammates to play with. So yeah, the objective, your team needs to collect the most coins. I think in later games they fixed it so that you cap out at 10. But you can go as high as you want in Mario Kart Wii. Coins spawn all over the map. You gotta pick them up that way. Or you can use your items to attack another player on the opposing team in order to make them drop their coins. Your items are also color marked by a color. You cannot injure your teammates with these items, but they do take away the items still, okay? Something of note. I genuinely think that this went not so well. And I do personally think it's the fact that it's single player I'm playing. I don't really like having CPUs as my only teammates. But multiplayer is going to be its own sort of video, so I can't do the multiplayer right now. What about the arena? Let's talk about the arena. Oh, battle mode is always 3 minutes long, by the way, if I recall correctly. I don't think there was an option in the options to fix that up. King Boo's been a bit of a numpty. But yeah, that's the sort of thing that this is how it works, right? I can't think of that much to say about the battle arena. This battle arena is actually kind of boring in my opinion. It changes quite heavily and that's kind of neat, but not that much really happens. I don't know. Yes, by the way, the blue shell appears in this mode. So does lightning. Lightning affects a whole team like it always has. Lightning affects every other player on the map on the opposing team. Blue shell hunts down the player with the most coins on the opposing team and hurts them a lot. Items are really powerful in this game. Game's battle mode. Anyway, there. One game is won. So, Bowser Jr. is leading us to victory. What's the next arena? Delfino Pier. Something I like about this arena is I think all of the Wii arenas have some sort of element that changes throughout them. No, no, they don't all have it, but this one definitely does. Delfino Pier is obviously set on a pier at Delfino, right? What happens here? Well, it's on a pier. You can see there's water there. Slowly throughout the match, that water starts rising. And if you get too deep into that water, well, no. That's not going to click, is it? You can see it's also rising quite... it's not rising rapidly, but it is rising quickly enough to be a little bit of an issue. Later on in the match, that bridge that's in front of that building also opens up, so we can go into there. I swear my luck takes a turn for the absolute worst in this game, this battle mode. I don't know it. It also doesn't help that I'm not particularly good at battle mode, but yeah, it just ends up not heavily clicking in this game. There goes King Boo. You know, King Boo seems to get attacked quite often by me throughout these games. That was my item, Diddy Kong. Stop stealing my items, Diddy Kong! The clock is ticking. The tower is now bellowing out. We have 6 hours left to save the world. Right. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan with doing this with CPUs, but in order to show it for the LP, I'm going to be doing it with CPUs because, well, multiplayer I'm going to be doing with a bunch of my friends. I imagine they don't want to do this that much. So, battle mode is not as good as the racing mode. I will say that. If you're playing Mario Kart for multiplayer, you will get a lot more mileage out of the races. But I liked battle mode. Battle mode was something different and unique in the game. It was nice and it was not awful or broken or anything. It was nice fun. And then they went and they butchered it. Mario Kart 8. It may not be the biggest part of the game, and as a result, people bringing down the whole game because of it are, well, quite frankly, morons. But it really isn't that nice for me to see this be the case. I love battle. I really do like battle mode. I just don't find that I have a lot of friends that would want to play it that often. Right? But arenas are so much better than tracks. I say this as I'm losing, but yeah, it just annoys me greatly. Coin Runners is not as much fun as Balloon Battle. Anyway, Delfino Pier, I didn't speak that much about Delfino Pier, but yeah, that was it. It's not that badly designed an arena in my opinion, and the fact that there's a rising tide is a nice... Alright, I hope you practice your turbo boosts. Alright, Funky Stadium is easily my favourite of the Battle Arena tracks. It's just got so much going on in it. It's got a nice several different... It's got a lot of variety in it. That's the best way I can put it. Right? It just feels so great. It's exactly what I would expect to see in a sports setting. And Mario Kart is, after all, supposed to be a sport. Is it not? If I'm wrong about that, then let me know. But yeah, something I've not brought attention to. That little map down there tells you where each thing is, where each coin is. Okay? That becomes increasingly useless. I was holding a red shell. I think it shows that I'm not particularly good at this. CPUs really are not that great to play with in this mode. I'm not a big fan of CPUs or bots for this sort of this mode. It's much better in a race to play. It's much better if you're in single player to just play the races, especially since this is hard-coded to be some sort of team game. But even if it had a free-for-all option, free-for-all battle mode is not that great in the later games, in my opinion. So it might be really good in an earlier game. I've not played that much battle mode from the earlier games because battle mode wasn't as interesting as the races. But earlier games, I think, just had the last man standing sort of mentality. Mario Kart 8 did go back to that. I like that in Mario Kart 8. I really do sort of get a vibe that it probably would be a lot better playing free-for-all battle mode in those areas. But the problem is, I just don't like playing against CPUs for this mode. Single player, it's really boring. It's not a lot for me to talk about as a result. It's annoying me. I'm looking forward to when I do a particular game, because I'll have loads to say about this the particular game. You bastard! Come back here. Alright, go away. Blue shell! That's a big problem. That's the only thing I think is a massive problem with Mario Kart Wii's battle mode. The fact that the blue shell and the lightning are obtainable items. In races they're bad enough, but battle mode, they're outright broken. You have no chance of gaining victory if the opponent gets the item. And that's if only one of them gets it. Lightning drains your entire Lightning doesn't drain coins from your team, but it does remove all your items and make you easily vulnerable to getting squished or something, for example. And the blue shell just targets your leader and drains their coins. I hate those two items being in battle mode. But that's my only massive gripe, okay? Change on roulette! As far as I can tell, this one doesn't change that much. Neither did Funky Stadium, but Funky Stadium was all about its layout, whereas this one's got a chain chomp moving all around the roulette table sort of place. I like this one for how off the bar, off world. It doesn't. There is no sensibility here, and I couldn't love it enough for that. My favourite Mario Kart tracks are the ones that don't subscribe to some sort of realism. Ones that just go off the ball. This is why Rainbow Road is awesome, because Rainbow Road would never exist in real life. I say that, and yet I'm one of the few people that likes Moonview Highway. Did someone else's red shell just home in on me? But yeah, this one's got... I love the aesthetic of this one, actually. It's actually underwater if you look back there. The music's pretty neat. I don't think I've touched on the music for the battle mode tracks yet, arenas yet. But they have a nice bit of music of their own. Like, they don't use the music from the tracks or anything. As far as I can tell, at least, I don't recognize this from a track. But they have their own sort of musical piece. And they all sound rather nice. I love the battle mode track arena musics. This one is nice. I like Chain Chomp Roulette's musical track. Funky Stadium's was really nice. I like Funky Stadium's music. There's a lot to like in the battle mode. It's just there's quite a few questionable decisions about it, and the simple reality is it's just not as much fun as the races. But I don't think that doesn't mean... I want to point out something there. It's not as much fun as the races. That does not translate into it is no fun, like a lot of people seem to think. And that annoys me. A lot of people won't touch this mode because apparently it's no fun. Everyone just plays the races. That's the only part of this game that you want to play. No! No! There's plenty to like here. It's just not as much as in the races. Yes, that means that the races are the better thing to play, but it does not mean that this is no use. This is perfectly fine to play. I like how the chain chomp appears on the map, by the way. I have an awful time aiming nice shells in this arena, though, by the way, because I don't know, the fact the place is moving just throws me off quite often. Right, so I lost that round of coin runners. You're going to see what the result screen looks like when you don't win. Behold. Is it weird that I like this musical piece? I get the impression it's supposed to be insulting, but I still really like it. Anyway, that was the coin runners mode, but the classic battle mode is balloon battle. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter this with a lightweight. Not that lightweight. What goes on here? I was trying to pick characters I didn't play as when I did the Lightning Cup and that. And, but Toadette caught my eye immediately, and I decided it took me a while to change away from Toadette to go to Baby Luigi. Alright, so this is the final Wii battle mode track, and it's Swamp Desert. This is, quite honestly, the worst one in my opinion, but it's also probably the best suited for battle mode. All the other ones are fairly expansive and stuff. They're not so expansive that you're not going to find anyone, but they're fairly expansive, and as a result it can be sort of tricky to locate people. With this one, it's just all right there in front of you. You can literally see pretty much the entire arena from your starting position, and I like it. Alright, balloon battle. As far as I can tell, in earlier games it was quite literally a case of last man standing. In this one, it's point based. Whenever you hit someone, your team scores a point. If those people lose all of their balloons, their team loses a point. The fewer balloons you have, I think, the better items you get. I emphasize I think, because I'm not actually sure. But yeah, that's how it works here. This is easily the better battle mode in my opinion. Coin Runners has an emphasis on going around the world and grabbing all of the coins in it, while also keeping your opponents from holding on to as many coins as you can. Balloon Battle is a battle, and I love it as a result a lot more. This I wouldn't mind playing as a free-for-all mode, although not with this point-based scoring thing. I think I did do that in DS actually. Mario Kart DS has battle mode, and balloons is one of them. Balloon Battle is one of the modes you can play. It is last man standing, and DS literally just came to me. Sorry it took that long. This one also has a lot more possibility. You don't have to hit the person and then get something from them that scatters everywhere around them. You just have to hit them. And it's so much more fun to do this than it is to go around grabbing coins. That's the lightning. I didn't see the lightning throughout Coin Runners, so I actually don't know if the lightning removes people's coins in Coin Runners as well. But it certainly doesn't drain a balloon. That's all I can say there. I described this as the worst one earlier in terms of how awesome it is, how nice it is to play in. But quite honestly, I had the most fun playing in this battle arena compared to the other ones. Compared to the other Wii ones. That will probably be because I played Balloon Battle on it and not Coin Runners. But the point stands. More of the items are the items as a whole are much more useful. There's no point laying a banana in Coin Runners, for example. Laying a banana means that someone might drive over it and drop all their coins, but you're not likely to be there to pick up those coins, for example. Same with a fake item box, and you can't even use it to defend yourself from an incoming red shell, which by the way is not that easy to do in battle mode because the shells can come from anywhere, all over. But yeah, that was Balloon Battle on the Swamp Desert. We have one more place to go. I will see you next time with the retro areas. See ya.